Rob Gill, Rob Gill T channel. So, selling my own house, and I don't want to use a real estate agent is the general thing, and I gotta put it on the market today. So, what do I do? So, I've come across this loads of times, okay, where people say, I don't want to pay a real estate agent, I'll sell it myself. It's going to work out much cheaper for me. And, well, in Afrikaans we've got a saying, goedkoop koop is duur koop. In English it means buying cheap becomes really expensive. Similar sort of scenario. So you don't want to sell your property, and you don't want to use a real estate agent because you don't want to pay that brokerage, because that brokerage is such a lot of money. Yeah, okay, I hear you. So here's the first thing to remember when you do this, okay, and that is selling and buying a home is an extremely emotional experience, right? An experience for the seller, an experience for the buyer. The minute the two of you come together, it's going to be an issue. So even a real estate consultant like myself prefers not to sell their own home, or even perhaps buy their own home, although we can do it and we will do it, okay? I'm going to go and buy my own home now, but it comes with a lot of thought, because what's going to happen to you if you're selling your home? The first thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to walk in for a viewing, you're going to let them in, you don't know who they are from a bar of soap because you've advertised out there, said, can I come and have a look at it? It's a bit like selling a car, can I come and have a look at it? You don't know who they are. They come in, right? They turn around and say, those curtains are horrible, oh my goodness, oh gee whiz. And you're insulted, because those were your favorite curtains and you thought they were the best thing since sliced bread. Because what's happening here? We've all got different taste. We all don't like the same thing. So immediately, that sale is a problem. It's difficult. It's going to be problematic because you don't like each other from the start. Well, you don't like your buyer because your buyer has already told you they don't like your stuff. So emotionally, this becomes an issue, and you've got nobody between you and them, right? Then you agree, and the buyer gives you an offer, and he says, I'm prepared to pay you this amount for this house. And you say, well, that's fantastic, that's great. So you kind of got a contract, you've got the person, you've got the place, you've got the amount. Wow, we're in the pound seats here. You've left out all the meat in the middle, all the bits, all the conditions, and that has always got to be in writing. So now you as a seller are going to turn around to him and say, no, I'm going to leave the pot plants. I'll leave the pot plants, you can have the pot plants. And you said that. It comes to the end of the contract and you've taken the pot plants away because you forgot. And the buyer comes along and says, where's my pot plants? You're like, oh no, we decided to take them. No, you can't do that. Oh yes I can, it's not in writing. Okay, or vice versa. You know what, I'll pay you 15,000 Rand for the smeg if you leave it behind. So you move out, you leave the smeg behind, and you say to him, where's my 15,000? No, it was part of the sale. Okay? There's a whole load of little conditions that have to go into those contracts that you don't know about. Now don't think that you're going to go down to the conveyancer and he's going to sort all this out for you. Because he'll give you a standard contract by all means, no problem. He'll say, go and use my contract by all means, just make sure you use my services. Oh, that's fantastic, lovely stuff, and off you go, and you go and fill out a wee contract, and you do an offer, and off you go. The thing is, all those subject twos are up to you. They're not going to come and help you with that. Their job, like I've told you in previous videos, their job's to get you the deed. They don't do the sale, okay? For that, you need a real estate consultant. So now, you've got to this point, and now you've got to agree on the money. Where does the deposit go? Where does the money go? Who gets the money? Okay. So you can arrange for conveyancer, they've got a trust account, and put the money in there and all the rest of it. All right. Now we're going to look at when are we going to move, how are we going to move, what dates are we going to move on, and in that event, if we move too early or too late or whatever, what happens then? Are there any costs involved? Is there some occupational rent? What happens if we want to change the dates? Okay. Now, in between all of this, throughout this process, your buyer walks in and says, but I'd like the lounge suite. What do I do then? Do I just tell him, okay, I'll leave it for you? And then you just shake hands and that's it? No, that's got to be in writing. You need an addendum on the contract for that. So that's another thing you have to do. So when you say, you don't want to pay a real estate consultant, this could get really expensive for you. Not in legal costs, nothing like that. But when the money goes missing, or something doesn't get paid, or it gets delayed, or the contract falls through because you haven't done it right, or XXXY, there's so many things that can go wrong. Okay, and you can sit without a deal. Or you can sit with something that you sold for an amount of money that you thought you were going to get, and you find out that you ain't getting it, or the money's gone missing, or it's in the wrong account, or so many things can happen to you. And I've had friends that have lost everything because of this. Because if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. There's a lot of people that work on their own cars and they know how to. But if you don't know how to, are you going to do it? Are you actually going to fix your car? If your wife, your child, suddenly has appendicitis and you're not a doctor, are you going to operate on them and fix the appendix? If you're not a lawyer and one of your family members somehow is accused of something horrible, are you going to go and defend them? Or if it's you, are you going to go and defend yourself? Or will you employ a professional lawyer to make sure that you can get through this whole process without going to jail, for example? Okay. So my advice to you is simple. Don't try and sell it yourself. Choose a reliable agency, the best agent in your area, or someone that you feel comfortable with. Remember, this is an emotional experience. So don't choose an agent that you hate or feel that you're not comfortable with them or you don't want them around you. Choose someone you can get along with at least, okay? And they're going to market your property, they're going to put it out there. But the marketing is only one part of having a real estate consultant and selling your home. There are other parts to this. For example, once the offer comes in, it goes down, it gets put in front of you. I put an offer in front of you. You accept that offer. And then I run with that from that point right up until the person moves into their new home. The family moves into their new home, or the investor takes over, whatever the case. Right? So it doesn't just end at the marketing. I don't just get paid. So, for example, you sold my house in 24 hours. Why am I paying you so much? That's because all those clients that I had came and looked at your house that I've been looking after for the last year, right? And one of them bought your house. That's what I'm getting paid for. And then I'm going to take them and I'm going to run them through the process with you. You're also going to run through this process. And the deal is going to go through smoothly and you're going to get exactly what you expect. The money that you sold it for. Okay, that's going to end up in your account at the end of the day, and you're going to be able to purchase your new property with it, or go on a holiday to Spain, or whatever it is you do. But you'll have your money, everything will be sorted and everything will be done properly. That's not to say you must trust every real estate agency. I mean, there's still a real estate agency out there at the moment that owes me brokerage because they didn't pay me. So that said, there are some scallons out there, you have to put up with that, and that's just life. Okay, so make sure you choose a reputable agency if you can, and always make sure you kind of pay the money into a good trust account, which is normally with the lawyers. Don't pay it into the estate agent's trust account. That's also not the best thing I can advise, to be honest with you, because estate agencies can come and go. The attorney firms, if they're big enough, they normally stick around, and they're normally big and strong enough, okay, to look after your money in their trust account. The trust account is kept by the bank as well, so it's looked after and audited and all the rest of it. So if you're going to pay for a home, put your money in the lawyer's trust account. It's going to be a bit better off there. If it's a decent size firm, make sure it's not a one half-assed lawyer, like one man band. That's also tricky. Okay. Look, the bigger estate agency firms, you should be pretty safe with them. 9 times out of 10, I'm with Keller Williams, and at Keller Williams, we're one of the biggest in the world, biggest in America for sure. And you're pretty safe either way. But we actually prefer that you put the money in a lawyer's trust account. It's safer there. It's better for us. It's easier for us, and we don't have to look after your dosh at the end of the day. So that's it, Joe. It's just a little bit about I wanna buy my own house, or I want to sell my own house, and should I do it or shouldn't I? No, rather not. Don't think you're going to be saving money by doing private sale, because private sale can cost you a lot at the end of the day. So have a lovely day, guys. It's been lovely chatting to you. As you can see, I'm in my t-shirt today, all relaxed. It's a nice weekend day, summer's day. I was down the beach this morning, coffee with Rob, and it was actually a fantastic day today, really good. And it's been a good week, a couple of sales in the bag, so that's always nice. And let me know if I can sell yours, because remember, I sell property. Call me first, okay? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, and also if you're on my Facebook, like my Facebook page. If you're on my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. That way you get all these deals first, and you get all the information first before everyone else gets in there and finds out about it. Have a lovely day, and thanks for watching.